The wait for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is finally over, and the game is here. If you're checking out SNK's next big fighter and want to know where to start, I got your back in today's video. I will be going over 10 tips you need to know before playing City of the Wolves. But before we get into the video, if you want to see more guides and SNK content on this channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as we're on the road to 3K subs, and without further ado, let's jump into the video. Starting off with the first tip. Pick a control style. City of the Wolves has two control settings, an arcade style for people who are used to playing fighting games the traditional way with motion inputs, and a smart style, which is modern mode, to cater to new people who aren't familiar with fighting games and won't have to worry about combo links, motion inputs, and prefer auto combos. Both control settings will also have the same freedom of being able to customize the control layout, such as button macros for the system mechanics, like rev blow and dodge attacks, so you can have quick access to these tools instead of getting confused on which buttons to press without the macros. For tip 2, if you're extremely new to City of the Wolves and you don't know anything about the mechanics or just the overall game, I would definitely say check out tutorial. The tutorial is where you can get a good basic understanding on what to do in the game. Each section in this mode will have trials to make sure you will be able to get everything down within the system. It covers how to use movement, the rev system, defense, and even learning supers. This mode will also have its very own modern style tutorial if you're thinking about playing on this control scheme too. So you want to make sure to check this out before jumping into training mode and online. Going on to tip 3, I think finding a character that appeals to you is very important. I know some people will be concerned about who to play and if a character is easy or hard, but honestly, choose who you like. City of the Wolves has 17 playable characters on the base roster, with a great mixture of different playstyles and designs. Each character have a lot to explore within the movesets. If a character you like is complex, it would take more time to learn the ins and outs of the game, but that's normal when it comes to fighting games. You have to expect that. But if you're okay with it, keep pushing to optimize the character. If you're uncomfortable with complex characters and may become frustrated while learning, I would say find an easy character to learn the main system first, and then when you're ready, you can always go back and try again. You can also try to learn 2 characters at once. A lot of people do this, including myself, so it's totally your decision. For tip 4, I think mission mode is very good at helping players get a good understanding to do combos, and getting a good flow of how they work. Mission mode has a total of 8 combo trials, 5 arcade style trials, and 3 smart style. Some of these combos are great to use in matches and they do decent damage, so I would give this a try after picking a character. To tip 5, we're here in the training mode and understanding the rev meter section. This mode is extremely helpful in letting you test out character matchups, pressure, and combos. Another great thing about training mode is learning to manage your rev meter. This meter at the bottom of the screen will allow for many different cool things. You can do rev arcs, which is your character EX moves, rev XL, where you can chain EX move into another EX to perform crazy combos, rev guard to save yourself in rough situations in a match, and rev blows, another get off me tool to use in battle as well in combos or to make your opponent guess in the neutral game. These mechanics are part of this meter system, and you want to explore what your character can do with these things. One thing to know is that if you overuse the rev meter too much, you will enter into overheat state, which is bad. You don't want to be in this position. This will prevent you from using the meter system for a long period of time. The only way you can get out of this situation is to fight your opponent and walk or dash forward. So remember, meter management is key to this game. The last thing to highlight is the supers under the rev meter. There are 2 bars at the bottom. Once you fill up 1 or 2 bars while fighting your opponent, you can do your character's level 1 or level 2. For tip 6, you will need to understand SPG, known as Selective Potential Gear. This is another huge part of City of the Wolves. Right where the health is at, you'll see a rectangular box with the 3 letters. This can be moved at the beginning, middle, or end of your health bar before the match starts. And what this does, it gives you access to a damage buff for your character, allows you to use rev blow and level 3 supers. Once your health depletes past the SPG zone, you will lose access to these things until the next round. For tip 7, we're on to rev blows. This mechanic you're going to run into a lot. It's powerful and you must check someone for overusing it. For this mechanic, there are many tools to shut down rev blow. You can spam a bar meter to super on reaction. If you're in the SPG zone, every character can react back with their own rev blow. If you're near your opponent, you can also throw them out of it. Remember to practice these things to be ready to take on online. Next, we have anti-airs. Anti-airs are extremely important when playing because jumps and hops are very strong in this game, so be prepared. If you're playing a character with a DP, most of the time you will be able to DP break on a jump in into a huge combo if it hits. This option is very strong because it leaves the mind games for your opponent to guess in the air if you're going to fully anti-air them or use the defensive mechanics to stop them. Another reason why DP break is so strong is that if you miss input into a DP on accident, you can break the DP by pressing the rev button to make yourself safe from any punishes. But say if you're playing a character without a DP, no need to worry, you can use low dodge attack to call out people from jumping. This will also give you an opportunity to get a nice combo if it hits, making the opponent's second thing into ever jumping again. Low dodge attack is down plus heavy punch plus rev button at the same time. Make sure to apply this as a macro on your control layout so you can have quick access to it. On to tip 9, just defend fireballs. Just defending is a super important defensive tool to use in matches. Using this mechanic by tapping back or down back at the right time on attacks and projectiles will help you stay in the fight. Once successfully just defending against an opponent, your character will regain a small portion of their health back and won't gain any rev meter. If you block normally, you will gain rev meter and chip damage, so that's something to take note of when playing. And for the last tip, remember to have fun. Fighting games are about having fun and learning how to get better. Remember to take your time and don't rush the process of improving. You will see improvement if you take everything in small steps. Remember, it's not a race, you can learn at your own pace. Some other advice I would say is maybe set some goals for yourself as well. Either it's playing in an online tourney and not wanting to go 0-2 or getting top rank on the leaderboards. Setting goals will help you push yourself and motivate you to learn more about the ins and outs of fighting games. Another thing is to have a group of friends or people in the community to hit up for some matches. Playing with a group to learn from each other could help in the journey of becoming a good player and finding more cool things within the game. Regarding City of the Wolves, this game is brand new and everyone is learning. It's going to take everyone time to adjust. In the end, what I'm trying to say is, if it's Fatal Fury, Guilty Gear Strive, Street Fighter 6, or any other fighting game, always enjoy yourself and have a good mindset when it comes to learning. But yeah, those are my 10 tips for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I hope this helped. This is my first time doing a tip guide for a fighting game because I really love Fatal Fury, I love SNK, and I thought this would be a cool idea to help newcomers, and I just want more people to play SNK games. So please let me know if this helped in the comments. I really would appreciate feedback. But yeah, that is all for today's video. If you want to see more fighting game content on this channel, hit that like and that subscribe button. It is your boy Edo. I'll see you next time. Take it easy, stay safe, love y'all, peace out, enjoy City of the Wolves.